सूरज देख रुक गया है, तेरे आगे झुक गया। सूरज देख रुक गया है, तेरे आगे झुक गया है। जब कभी ऐसे कोई मस्ताना। Good morning. Join in 2 minutes. I'll open all the files. मैं दीवाना, शाम सुहानी बन जाते हैं दिन इंतजार के। ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही, रुक जाना नहीं तो कहीं हार के। कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। रुक जाना नहीं तो कहीं हार के। कांटों पे चल के उराही उराही उरा। Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the third regular class for capital gain with all the amendments. Yesterday we have done amendment in buyback of shares, right? So yesterday's first class was for what is capital asset, what is transfer, how do you calculate long-term and short-term capital gain, what is age of the asset. Yesterday's class was all special cases, okay? And everything related to shares we have covered. So it might take 10 minutes, but I'm doing the revision for your purpose. Otherwise, today's third class is for stamp duty value, pumping heart of the capital gain chapter. Without that exam, the question will not come. Okay. So one is stamp duty value we are taking up now. Then we are taking slump sale. It's a different way of calculating capital gain. When it is applicable, all that I will say. Advance money forfeited. Like that, these are the special issues in capital gain. They can come in advance money. Aata hi hai in the 7 marks question of capital gain adjustment. And today is very important. Tomorrow is the double, triple important. Share the link with all your friends. Ask them to join. All exemptions I'll cover tomorrow in one single class. Okay. So this is the schedule. Now coming 10 minutes is yesterday's revision. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and ask or put it in the chat box. ठीक है? आ जाओ. Stamp duty value. There what we have to start the class. But I gave you a lot of amendments in the notebook also for buyback of shares and all. And each and every concept we have seen yesterday. Okay? Right. Let us take up the first special case. The first special case is when the capital asset is converted into stock in trade, it's a capital gain. But the capital gain is calculated when the stock in trade is sold in the business. Followed? Capital asset is sold to third party or it is given to your business. It's a transfer. But the day it is transferred as stock in trade to business, it's no longer a capital asset now. That's the date of transfer. Indexation will be allowed till this date, and whatever is the fair market value on the date of the transfer. Say here in this case it is 8 lakhs. Please give a feedback if this way is helpful or not. कल के क्लास में रिविजन में ही 10-15 मिनट लगा रहे हैं. 8 lakhs is the fair market value. That's the sale consideration for here. Here it is the cost. And again in business it is sold for 9 lakh. So though it is a transfer till 16-17, indexation till 16-17, but you will calculate the capital gain in 24-25 year when the stock in trade is sold. It could be shares, it could be land. We have done different varieties of problem in this, right? Second case, yesterday we saw that when the land, building, property is compulsory acquired by government, the capital gain is paid in the year when you receive the compensation. But indexation will be allowed only till the date it is compulsory acquired. And in case if you receive enhanced compensation, it will be directly taxable as long-term capital gain because the whole cost you have deducted here only. And if you receive interest on enhanced compensation, it's going, see, sometimes because your property was acquired in 16 and you received enhanced compensation after fighting a lot in 25. So you are asking for what do you call this? In 25, you are asking for interest on the late receipt of compensation. That interest is always taxable in other source with 50% standard deduction. So nice questions we have done. Then when the third special case, when debentures are converted into shares, it's a transfer, it's exempt and no capital gain. But when shares are sold, of course, you have to pay the capital gain. Cost of debentures is cost of shares. And okay. And holding period will start from the day you hold debentures. But indexation will start from the day shares are allotted because that's the day shares are born. Right? Chalo. Yeah, bonus shares. Whenever bonus shares are issued before 1/4/2001, you have to take the cost of acquisition as fair market value. After that, after 1/4/2001, if bonus shares are issued, the cost is nil. And for right shares, when I get the right shares from the company and I renounce it, then the capital gain will be like short-term capital gain. I'm not selling the shares. I'm just selling my right. So 1,000 shares, right shares, I'm asking you, you can buy, just pay me 3 rupees per share. So 1,000 into 3 is straight my income as short-term capital gain. Okay. And for the buyer, he will pay to company also, say 20 rupees per share on 1,000, and he will pay 3 rupees to me also because right shares he gets through me, right? So this is all we have seen. And if the shares are listed, there is no indexation. Yeah, very important concept we have seen. If you have purchased the shares before 1st February 2018 and then you are selling, then cost, how you have to take check. Cost कैसे लेंगे देखो यहाँ मैंने लिखा है fair market value as on 1st February 18 or the sale consideration whichever is lower, that or actual cost whichever is higher. So with this lot of examples we have solved, you have to take care of this when you sell the shares which you have acquired on 1st of February 2018. Next. Zero coupon bonds. Whenever you get it, say at 75, 5 to 6 years, no income. On maturity, lump sum, you'll get 100. So 25 is the income for the bond holder. And same 25 is the expenditure for the company over 5 years they can put. ESOP, we have done the same in salary chapter. Fair market value of the share is 230. ESOP is issued at 180. 180 and 230. That is 50 rupees is the benefit received by employee because market rate of the issue of the shares is 230. You are getting it at 180 because you are the employee. So 50 rupees is taxable under salary. And now when the employee sells the shares, the cost allowed is 230. And demat account and first in. Yeah. Buyback, I'll revise everything from the notebook. And did you enjoy writing one booster note and then problem, one booster note and concept? Buyback of shares is company buying own shares from market and cancelling. So before 1st October 2024, if company purchases own shares from the market and cancels, the shareholders hand, it's all exempt. Company should pay the tax 23.296%. How? 20% tax, 12% surcharge, 4% health and education cess. Is this clear to all of you? After 1st October 2024, if the company is doing buyback of shares, now company will not pay any tax. Actually, when we buy back the shares and cancel it, we utilize our reserves. So after 1st October 2024, they said, why company is paying tax? This is the income of shareholder. So whenever buyback of shares happens after 1st October 24, whatever amount the shareholder gets from company against buyback, that will be taxable as dividend and income from other sources. No expenses allowed. And capital gain. Yeah, capital gain on the sale value of the buyback is nil. Why? Because this sale value has gone in the form of dividend, right? So the sale value is nil, and then cost of the shares will be treated as loss. Okay, and this loss can be set off. So this is a very new and unique treatment for buyback, and here we complete everything what we have done till yesterday. Ask your doubts. I'm going very slow. Along with amendments, everything in the capital gain is stopped. It's a challenge to teach capital gain and solve MTPs and RTPs of September, January. Wo bhi full. There are MTPs solved, but hardly MCQs. I'm going to solve the complete for January, for May. So just stay connected, and anything more you wish the speed to be reduced or increased, and listen and write. Some students are definitely saying, and I agree, that my writing is not so clear. कि if I say हाँ इसमें से copy करो, तो आप ना सुन के लिखो. You will be more alert in the class, right? Shall we start? I feel, considering the first two classes are also important, but today's classes very, very important for inter final, all the students. You will learn stamp duty value, you will learn slum sale, everything will be covered very thoroughly. Shall we start now? The pumping heart of the capital gain which comes in every exam is the slum sale and the stamp duty value. Now what is it? See, whenever we sell the properties, yeah, whenever I'm selling property, say land and building, I may sell it at 80 lakhs. But the stamp duty value, that is the value determined by on the government portal, is say 90 lakhs. Now the government says, why did you sell it in 80 lakhs whereas the market value of the stamp duty value is 90 lakhs? So government is saying, forget it. I have received 80 lakhs from you, but while calculating capital gain, take the sale consideration as stamp duty value because it's higher. Yeah. And as a buyer, you have to deduct TDS, right? Under 194I, you will learn in TDS chapter also, but all this I'm covering up here also. There's a lot of linking. To aage 10-15 minutes, patiently just listen to the concept. So I have transferred 90 lakhs property to you in 80 lakhs. Government is saying, you, dear students, the buyer, why did you buy property from Dipti ma'am? 90 lakhs discussed stamp duty value in 80 lakhs. That means Dipti ma'am has given you 10 lakhs gift. Gift to non-relative above 50,000 is taxable in your hands under section 56, income from other source. And then government is saying, even though Dipti ma'am, you have to pay 80 lakhs, TDS 1% will be deducted on stamp duty value, that is 90 lakhs. So ये सब orally है. When I am working out the problem, I'll apply this. And capital gain 7 marks question, stamp duty, advance money forfeited, and one revocation. ये तीन में से एक ना एक concept आता है, because in itself it's very simple to calculate the capital gain. So all the concepts of stamp duty I'll make you write and do. Aja, come to your notebook and write down. What is stamp duty value? I hope clear to all of you. Concept of stamp duty value under, this is in case of land and building, immovable property, under section 50B. C, sorry. 50C. Yeah. Point number 1. Actual sale consideration. Actual sale consideration, I call it ASC, is greater than stamp duty value. Actual consideration is only more than the stamp duty value. Then what will you take as the sale consideration? Actual sale consideration. Stamp duty value, I'll write SDV. Second case. Actual sale consideration is less. Stamp duty value is more. Then what will you take the sale consideration as? Stamp duty value. Third case. Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs. Stamp duty is 90 lakhs. So take stamp duty as the sale consideration for capital gain. Now, we go to valuation officer. You know, there are registered values for gold, for property, for land, for building. So right now we are talking about land and building. So we go to valuation officer and valuation officer says, no, you are saying 80. Stamp duty value is 90. As per me, so it is 97. Valuation officer's value is more than the stamp duty value. I was so not even ready to pay 90 lakhs instead of 80. And valuation officer is saying, no, it is 97. So just take the sale consideration as stamp duty value. I'll do 3-4 times and quality good problems will work out. Right now it's 11:30. Let it take 45 minutes, but stamp duty concept should be thoroughly clear for all of you. Now, valuation officer is more than stamp duty value. Yes, right. Then take the stamp duty value. If valuation officer is less than stamp duty value. Yeah, I said 80 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 90 lakhs. Valuation officer is saying no, it is 88 lakhs. Okay, take the valuation officer. Valuation officer जो बोल रहा है वो ले लो. If it is less. Stamp duty or valuation officer, whichever is low. Actual sale consideration or stamp duty, whichever is high. But don't mug up this high-low. You understand and apply your logic and solve it. ये भी clear हो जाएगा आपको थोड़ी देर. Clear? Right. Now, very important note. If actual sale consideration is more than stamp duty value, then actual sale consideration. If actual sale consideration is less than the stamp duty value, then stamp duty. Evaluation officer is more than stamp duty, तो stamp duty ले लो चुपचाप. Evaluation officer is less than stamp duty. So here it is whichever is less. Here it is whichever is more. Now very important note is if actual sale consideration plus 10%. Let me give an example. Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs plus 10%. So that is 88 lakhs. Till actual sale consideration plus 10%. Even if actual sale consideration is low, take it. Ignore कि मैम आपने तो बताया ना stamp duty high है. But stamp duty should be taken higher by 10% of the actual sale consideration. Did you get it? I told you I will give you a lot of examples and we'll solve, but ये concept इसलिए मैं आपको लिखा रही हूँ. Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs till 88 lakhs. Take actual sale consideration even if it is lower than stamp duty value. I want all of you to write few examples now. Example A. Actual sale consideration. $80 lakhs. Stamp duty value 84 lakhs. First point, actual sale consideration. Second point is less. Stamp duty value is more. तो मैम stamp duty ले लेंगे ना? No. Take sale consideration as 80 lakhs. Why? Till 88 lakhs, stamp duty value, whichever is higher, you have to take, but stamp duty value should be higher than 10%. If stamp duty value is higher by just less than or up to 10%, ignore that stamp duty value. Samjha? Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs. Stamp duty is 84, but it is less than 88 lakhs now. Take sale consideration as 80 lakhs. Next, actual sale consideration. We can do it in the form of table also. 80 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 90 lakhs. अब क्या करेंगे? 90 lakhs stamp duty value. Whichever is higher. Here also, whichever is higher, 84 is higher, but up to 10%, even if it is higher, you have to ignore it. ठीक है? Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 69 lakhs. Ma'am, why someone will register so much higher? Maybe that property is a premium property in a posh locality. So even though the government value is 69 lakhs, someone is ready to pay 80 lakhs. So what will you take as sale consideration? 80 lakhs. Actual sale consideration of stamp duty, whichever is higher, except higher up to 10%, ignore. Now you got it. Now debit. Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 90 lakhs. Valuation officer तो उससे भी आगे 110 lakhs. Valuation officer is तो more than. I was तो not even ready to pay stamp duty value. Valuation officer तो और आगे. चुपचाप takes stamp duty value. Valuation officer and stamp duty value, whichever is lower. So take 90 lakhs. I've just created these examples. If you have anything in your mind, please say. Actual sale consideration is 80 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 90 lakhs. Valuation officer is 89 lakhs. Stamp duty value or valuation officer, whichever is lower, 89. और 80 और 89 में तो 89 ही ज्यादा है, तो 89. I want the answer in the chat box if this is clear for all of you or you want some more examples. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. If you want me to add any of the examples, you can say. And of course, we will. This is all about the booster note. So now check up this. In your book, come. Stucking up of the laptop has become an issue. Again, I have to start. And that is cutting the link also. Hope you please take care and watch the videos after this in line. Okay, yesterday we completed buyback in this. I'm starting reading from here. Section 50C. No one will say in exam कि you apply section 50C, but you have to write sale consideration as per section 50C. It provides guidelines for stamp duty value Okay, if the actual sale consideration is less. If the SSC claims that stamp duty value exceeds the fair market value, AO may refer the case to valuation officer. Such reference shall be made only if stamp duty value has not been disputed in any appeals and all. And the rule says, if the stamp duty value is more than actual consideration, stamp duty value. Stamp duty value should be more by 110% of actual sale consideration. तो ही stamp duty. Stamp duty value is up to 110%. थोड़ा ही ज़्यादा है तो ignore. Take actual sale consideration. And if actual sale consideration is more, some properties are really premium, then actual sale consideration, obvious. Value ascertained by valuation officer is more than stamp duty. Valuation officer and stamp duty, whichever is lower. I want all of you to write whichever is higher, whichever is lower. So I was to not even ready to pay stamp duty. Valuation officer तो उससे भी ज़्यादा है. So take stamp duty. If the valuation officer is less, stamp duty is more, then the value asserted. ठीक है? Right. Now, same thing I have written in the pointers which I made you write in notebook, and I gave some examples also. I hope this is not overdose. Regular batch है और practice जितनी ज़्यादा करोगे, if your sale consideration goes wrong, your expenses, your capital gain, your exemption, everything will go wrong बेटा. और ये आता ही है. Actual sale consideration less than stamp duty ले लो. Actual sale consideration more than stamp duty, actual. Valuation officer more than stamp duty. Valuation officer less than stamp duty, valuation officer. Okay, right. Now important is stamp duty value also on which date you have to take. Now I'm giving a flow chart which is going to be very helpful for MCQs also. Likho. Stamp duty value date. Stamp duty value, because stamp duty values of the properties keep changing, no? To which date? We may do the deal of the property today and you may pay me some token amount. You all know token amount. The day deal is done, you pay me token amount. Yeah. And then paperwork we will do and we will see the maps and this and that. And after, what do you call it? After 2-3 months, the property may be registered in your name and we go to register. 3 mahine mein to the stamp duty value might change. So which stamp duty you will take? That is important now. So make a flow chart for this. Very beautiful, very interesting, very important for MCQs also. Stamp duty value. If token amount received on agreement, the date I entered into agreement with you, okay, I will sell you the property. You give me some token amount to book the property in your name. If token amount received on agreement other than cash mode, means obviously account pay, online mode and RTGS, NIFT and all, then you have to take the stamp duty value on date of agreement. Now, if the token amount is received, on agreement के दिन token amount आया but in cash, or no token amount received, कुछ नहीं, just I said okay, I am selling the property to you but you didn't pay me any token amount or you paid me cash, then for sale consideration we will take stamp duty value on date of registration. The day we go to registrar's office and what's the stamp duty value, we will take. Ma'am, but agreement के दिन तो कम था. No. If you want me to take the stamp duty value on the date of agreement, you have to pay the token amount other than cash. It's a beautiful knowledge what I'm giving for interfinal. All the students Please share it. This third class stamp duty value, some slum sale, advance money forfeited. It's straight questions are asked. I'm explaining the concept from the compiler, and PDF also I have given. I'm making you write it so that MCQs and everywhere you score, and then we will solve, apply this and solve the question also. ठीक है? देखो, stamp duty value for capital gain. First of all, though, by these cases, it is decided that you will take stamp duty value or you will take the valuation officer. Now, even if you have decided that, okay, stamp duty value we will take as sale consideration to compute the capital gain, then stamp duty value on the date of agreement, if you give the token amount other than cash, or something comes in any of the online mode, yeah, on the date, then date of agreement. If on date of agreement nothing is paid, it's just a word of mouth, okay, Dipti ma'am, we will buy the property and I'm also ready to sell, then we will take the stamp duty value on the date of registration. Very nice cases I am discussing. This is sometimes asked in business head also, how, what, when, all we will discuss. See, stamp duty value on date of agreement may be adopted as full value if whole or part of consideration is paid and account made paycheck, draft, or ECS, electronic clearing services, any online mode, RTGS, NIFT, and all. Yeah. Or before the date of agreement for transfer. If part of consideration is not paid earlier, or if it is paid in cash, then stamp duty value on the registration is considered for computation of the capital. Done? Right. Now, let us take these cases. This is your answer actually. Actual sale consideration is 100 lakhs, 10 lakhs received by account pay check. Oops, this is 24. Stamp duty value on the date of agreement is 120. Stamp duty value of registration का मतलब नहीं है, because on agreement 10 lakhs has come by account pay check. Now compare. I hope पहले तो decide with stamp duty. So this one. I'm repeating. I'm taking stamp duty value on the date of agreement because 10 lakh rupees have come by account pay check. है ना? Right. Now, 100 is the actual sale consideration. Stamp duty value is 120. Whichever is higher, that we will take. Full value of the consideration is the valuation officer. Acha, actual consideration is 100. So 100 plus 10%. 110 tak, its stamp duty value is more, ignore. Kaise? See. Actual sale consideration is 100 and 10 lakhs is received by cash. So stamp duty value on agreement is irrelevant because amount is received in cash. So you have to take this stamp duty. So 100 or 130, whichever is higher. So 130. Next. One minute. The file closed. Third example. Are? Third example. Actual sale consideration is 100 and it is received by check. Okay. If it is received by check, then this is irrelevant. You have to take this. 100 is the sale consideration. Stamp duty value is higher, but up to 110, even if it is higher, you have to ignore. So you will take it as 100. Followed all of you? This is 100. Full amount is received in cash on registration. Even if full amount is received, but cash aane se kya matlab? So this is not relevant. Now 100 or 130, whichever is higher, 130. They have not given any cases for valuation officer, but you can add valuation officers. Clear to all of you? Take your time. 2 minutes. I'm here only. And now we are working out the problems. No one will say in exam, when you see stamp duty valuation officer, you have to apply and use it. No. Acha, third and second case, if you are confused, listen. Ma'am, values to same hai. But listen, here 10 lakhs is received in cash. Moment you receive in cash, the stamp duty value on agreement is irrelevant. Then 100 or 130, whichever is higher, so 130. Here, you have received by check. Then this is irrelevant. Then 100 and 109. Don't take 109 even if it is higher, because till 10%, उसको छोड़ देना है, ignore. It's a very nice knowledge. Take time to digest. And here only just give me. All right, let us solve some questions using this simple, very simple questions are there. And we are doing 13th question. 12 is very easy. पहले 13th करो, 12th में homework दूंगी. चलो. Rajkumar sold his property to his friend Dhruv on 1st of November for a consideration of 25 lakhs. Registrar refused to register the property because he said the stamp duty value is 45 lakhs, sale consideration is 25 lakhs. Rajkumar referred it to divisional officer. Divisional officer is valuation officer, and he fixed up the value to 32 lakhs. So actual sale consideration and stamp duty, whichever is higher. So you took 45 lakhs, but stamp duty value say valuation officer is less. So whichever is lower. So we will take this as the value. The differential stamp duty was paid, accepting the said value. Assume that 32 lakhs. What are the tax implication in the hands of the Rajkumar and Dhruv? Even Dhruv is questioned ki when the stamp duty value or the valuation officer's value is 32 lakhs, then why did you buy it in 25 lakhs? So even for the buyer, there's going to be income from other sources, may gift. Yeah. Right. So 32 lakhs we will take as sale consideration. Clear to all of you? Actual sale consideration is 25 lakhs. Stamp duty is 45. So whichever is higher. That or 32, whichever is lower. So 32. Rajkumar has purchased the land in 18 and he constructed the house in 14. Yeah. So this time land and building separate dates of purchases are given and separate sale consideration is given. So we will take the consideration separate. Problem is very basic, as if you can, अभी आप करोगे ना तो you will feel कि मैम इससे तो the business head is bigger. House property and capital gain, once you get the flow na, tuck tuck it goes. How does house property go? GAV, municipal tax, NAV, इतना फटाफट ये भी वैसे ही होगा. So exam में in choice, I would always suggest to go for capital gain first. Okay, chalo. We are solving now the questions. Any more booster notes you need, or whatever you have written is enough? समझ में आया आप सबको? We are doing problem number 13th now. Problem number 13. Computation of income of Mr. Rajkumar. पहले राजकुमार के हाथ में कर लो. And then he got the money separate for land and building. So we will also take separate for land and building. Sale consideration in exam you have to write as per section 50C. Sale consideration as per section 50C. Actual sale consideration is 25 lakhs, stamp duty is 45 and valuation officer. So valuation officer ka value we will take 32 lakhs, 22 lakhs for the land, 10 lakhs for the building. चलो ये हो गया. After this, less index cost of acquisition. Acha, first of all, from the sale consideration minus expenses related to sales which is not there. Yeah. Now, Rajkumar has purchased the land on 1st June 18 for 5,19,000 and he has transferred it in 24-25. So now what is the index rates for 18 and 19? 18 and 19 is 280 and 24 and 25 is 363. So 280 has become 363. 519 kitna? 519 into 363 divided by 280. Yeah, you can give the answers first in the chat box. Please do all calculation. Don't wait. Dipti ma'am kar rahe hain na, hum likh lenge beta. Who will calculate for you in exam? 672, 846. That 6 word is missing over there. Minus 22 lakhs. So that is coming to 1572 154. Yes, right. And now coming to building. Building is purchased when? On 1st October 2020. 1st October 2020 for 14 lakhs. And then 24-25 it is sold 363. And October 20 is 20 and 21. We will see. It's 301. 301 has become to 14 lakhs into 363 divided by 301. 14 lakhs into 363 divided by 301. 1688 372. So there's a loss of 688 372 loss. Yes, here there's a profit and then there is a loss. So can you set off the loss in this? So the net long-term capital gain. 1572 154 minus 688 372 is the loss. Yes. So you can set off this. And net capital gain is coming to 883, 782. What new you have learned in this problem? The stamp duty one. Actual sale consideration was 25 lakhs. वो तो बहुत ही कम था. Stamp duty value was high. Valuation officer was in between. So we will take up that. ठीक है. चलो. Easy. Acha, very important is even though you are taking stamp duty value as 32 lakhs, sometimes if they say expenses are 1%, it will be 1% of actual sale consideration only, always. Chalo. We'll take up one more problem to make it very, very clear. Yeah, any doubt you have, you can ask me. 13th we have done. 13th May, what will be the taxable income of Dhruv? This will change if you tax it after 24th July. I've done additional tax part, not us, so you can leave. Dhruv, why did you buy 32 lakhs property in 25 lakhs? So for Dhruv, 32 minus 25, 7 lakhs is income from other sources. It will be taxable as income from other sources as gift. One more problem we will do to practice this stamp duty value concept. Yeah. 12th is homework for all of you. It's very easy. Advani sold his vacated site on 20th of September 24. It was acquired in October 18. The stamp duty value on date of transfer is 13 lakhs. Compute the capital gain. So actual sale consideration is 7. But the stamp duty value is 13. So take 13. And then routine indexation and routine problem. Are you feeling that comfort ki now it's very easy to calculate capital gain? The technical part I have done in the first and second class. If you feel as a student, नहीं मैम पहले ये सब easy कराना था, ऐसा नहीं होता, है ना? Mrs. Chaya transferred a vacant site to D. The stamp duty value fixed is 6 lakhs. Sale consideration is 425, but stamp duty value is 6 lakhs. So obviously we will take 6 lakhs stamp duty value, है ना? Total income of Chaya and this, other than this, is given to you, other income. And the index cost is also given ready, 4 lakh for Chaya. Compute the income of Chaya. 425 property sale consideration, but the stamp duty value is 6 lakh. So Chaya takes 6 lakh as per section 50C. And cost is how much? Index cost 4 lakh, 2 lakh capital gain. And now, Dayama, why did you buy the 6 lakh property in 425? So 6 lakhs minus 425 will be gift income from other sources. We'll get the answer. That simple it is. So these two questions are homework. I'll also mark so that I can ask you tomorrow if you have any doubt. You can ask me. Next, now we are doing 15th problem in the notebook. Yeah. Anshul transferred land and building. Net sale consideration is 18. Stamp duty value is 24. 18 lakhs plus 1,80,000. 1980 tak, even if the stamp duty is more, just ignore it. Even if stamp duty is more, just ignore it. But here the stamp duty value is 24 lakhs. Acha, you went to valuation officer, वो तो उससे एक कदम आगे 25 lakhs. चुपचाप quietly accept 24 lakhs. This land was acquired before 1/4/2001. Then you have to take the fair market value, or the stamp duty, whichever is lower. On 1/4/2001, fair market value cannot exceed the stamp duty value. Now, Anshul constructed a residential house and on a land at a cost of 320. Land was acquired in 510 in 2001, है ना? 2001 में आपने land लिया था. And construction was completed in 14 and 15. And there's a brought forward loss also. Anshul, she seeks your advice as to can they invest in NHAI bonds. You know, when you sell the abhi tak, again tomorrow I'm going to take up all exemptions. But the beautiful logic is I have not yet transferred. Second. Yeah, I have not yet transferred the this what I was saying. Yeah, I have transferred the land and building and I got the capital gain. To save tax on capital gain, can I put the money in bonds, NHAI, National Highway bonds, REC, rural electrification bonds and all? Yes, we will do it in exemption. But because they have asked, we can note down. 15 sum in your notebook. And honestly, I'm saying, padne mein maybe we have taken more than 1 hour. 1 hour to need 45 minutes. But solving the question and answers for stamp duty value are very, very easy. 2 minutes they are. Yeah, the interpretation you can write it in the notebook. Problem number 13th we did, and now we are doing problem number 15th. Computation of income of Anshu. If you acquire the property before 2001, you have to take 2001 say index rates. Sale consideration. As per section 50C, this way you have to write. As per section 50C. Actual sale consideration is 18 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 24 lakhs. You can do working note or you can write it here. Valuation officer is 25 lakhs. So 18 or 24, whichever is higher. 24 or 25, whichever is higher. Lower. So we will take up 24 lakhs as the sale consideration stamp duty. Less index cost of acquisition. Now, index cost of acquisition, first you acquired land. Land was acquired before 2001. So, what is the value of the land? 5,10,000. It's given in 2001 and 2. You may have acquired in 1990s, but what's the land ka fair market value? 510. If they give cost of fair market value, whichever is higher, fair market value as on 2001 cannot exceed the stamp duty value. And now it is 2425. So 2001 and 2, it's 100, 24, 25, it's 363. I think these two index also they'll give, but you can better learn it. Abhi ka 363 or tab ka 100. So it's coming to 18,51,300. This is the cost of the land. Now, improvement. Improvement is after buying the land, you have constructed building. Index cost of improvement. Building you have constructed in 5,10,000. On which date? Oh, sorry, 5,10,000 to land ka cost hai, sorry. Building is constructed for 3,20,000 on 1st December 14. Okay, and now it is 24 and 25. When did you buy the building? In 14. So check up now the index for 14. It's December 14. So 14, 15. Be careful, huh? If it is February 14, you have to take 13, 14. Financial year is April to March. Thank you. आप लोग मेरे से भी पहले कर रहे हैं. Good. Keep the chat box active. Keep putting the totals. 320 into 363 divided by 240. ₹4,84,000. Cost of acquisition, cost of improvement we have taken. 320 into 363 divided by 240. So we got this. Now what you get is called as long-term capital. $1,851,300 plus 484 you have to minus from 24 lakhs. So you are getting 64,700. 64,700 as the long-term capital gain, and there is an earlier loss which is brought forward. So long-term or short-term, it can be carried forward for 8 years. Can we set off short-term loss and long-term capital gain? Yes. Short-term capital loss for 8 years. So you can set off up to 67,700. Though it is 1,50,000 minus 67,700, तो लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन तो नहीं लाएगा और बाकी जो शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल लॉस है कैरीड फॉरवर्ड हो. $85,300. You can set off the लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन में शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल लॉस दोनों में सेट ऑफ होता है. टेक योर टाइम, आस्क योर डाउट्स. In one class we have not even done one sum in the first class, but today 5, 6, 7, 8 ऐसे हैं, and maybe after exemptions the whole class is 13, 14 problems we will do. परसों, tomorrow we will do all exemptions. Tomorrow is Sunday, it's a holiday. Monday we will continue the class with all the exemptions. Done. Hope you got the practical implication कि कहाँ पे क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको for the indexations and the sale consideration. No one will say that take stamp duty. You have to decide if actual sale consideration is less, stamp duty is more. As per section 50 says stamp duty value. And if valuation officer is low, then stamp duty, take that. Okay. Next problem. Similar only, just notes I have written. Thomas inherited a house in Jaipur under a will of father. Okay. Now, before I start this, I've done little earlier. एक मिनट यहाँ रुक के अब थोड़ा सा concept पढ़ते हैं. That whenever I get the property by way of gift or will or inheritance, I'm the sole survivor. So what am I paying for that? Nil. So for me, the cost of the asset which I get as gift from my husband, for me, the cost is nil because I got it as gift out of love and affection. Same way by will, by when. So when I sell it, can I take the cost of the previous owner? Suppose my grandfather gifted me a property. When I'm selling it, can I take the cost for the grandfather? Yeah. But then when did I acquire the property? Now. So sometimes even if you're taking cost of previous owner, you can take indexation from the day you acquire it. I got it as gift now. So from now onwards, I'll take the indexation. But in case of gift, will, and inheritance, you can take the cost of the previous owner and you can also take the indexation of previous owner as per Bombay High Court's case. So in your study material also two answers are done. You don't do one answer. You take the indexation benefit also. समझ में आ रहा है? I got the property gifted from my Dadaji in 80. I sold it in 24. But my grandfather purchased in 30. So he to gifted me. So you have to take the cost also of the grandfather and indexation also from 30. Followed. I'll make you write this as point if you want. And then we will continue with this Thomas problem. I've added some examples also over there. Cost to the previous one. Yeah. Write down. Read, please. In following circumstances, cost of asset will be deemed to be cost of previous owner, like total or partition of HF. When there was partition of HF and I got the property, I didn't pay anything. So cost will be the cost for the HF under a gift or a will or inheritance or any distribution of asset on liquidation. Yeah, I got the asset from company in liquidation. Okay, so we can take the cost for the company under a transfer to a revocable or irrevocable trust, transfer by holding to subsidiary. So you have to, subsidiary company is buying the asset, but it's just getting from the holding company. Yeah, वो minority interest और करते हैं. तो holding company के लिए क्या होगा? Cost that we will take. Conversion of self-acquired property into HUF. Okay, now this property belongs to HUF, but what will be the cost of the HUF? The cost of the asset for that individual. Previous owner means the previous owner who acquired it through mode other than above. In other words, previous owner means the previous owner who actually paid for that asset. Even though the cost to previous owner is considered, indexation cannot be claimed prior to the year when which asset is acquired, except in case of point 2 and 3. That's why 2 and 3 I have given in bold. If you are getting the property by gift, will, or inheritance, you have to take the cost of the previous owner, indexation also of the previous owner. In other cases, even though I am taking cost of the previous owner, indexation will start on the day I acquire the property. ठीक है? पूरे एग्जाम्पल भी दिए हैं, डोंट वरी, दिस इज माई ओन क्रिएटेड एग्जाम्पल and when I solve the problem now it will be clear. If the cost of previous owner is not ascertainable, then take the fair market value for the previous owner. Yeah. Cases when previous owner is taken, when asset is acquired by way of will, gift, inheritance, transfer is exempted. When such asset is sold, cost of acquisition will be the cost of the previous owner. ये देखो, Raj acquired a property in 6 lakh in 2008. He gifted the property to Mrs. Raj. ठीक है, husband gifting property to wife out of love and affection, no problem. That time the property value का 20 lakhs था. Now in 24-25 Mrs. Raj sold it to third person Kaushik. Yes, right? कितने में? 35 lakhs. Now Mrs. Raj has sold the property to Kaushik in 35 lakhs. But what is the cost for Mrs. Raj? Nil, because she got it as gift. So can I take the cost 6 lakh? Fair market value is of no use. It's given to confuse you. Yeah. Please don't get confused कि मैम वो भी तो केस था ना, conversion of personal asset into, वो अलग है. This is like husband gifted the property to wife. Wife sold it. So while selling, what's the cost of the wife? Cost for the wife, sorry. हाँ, wife के लिए क्या cost होगा? What is the cost for Raj? 6 lakhs. And indexation can also start from the earlier period. मंजुला बेन वर्सेस हाईकोर्ट का, बॉम्बे हाईकोर्ट का केस है ये. ठीक है, कोट करने की वो सब जरूरत नहीं है, तो आई हैव नॉट आल्सो रेस्ट ऑल इज सिमिलर. What is the gist of this? When I transfer a property which I have not acquired, I got by gift, will, and inheritance. I have to take the cost of the previous owner. Indexation will also start from the previous owner. Few cases, the cost will be nil. Self-generated goodwill, tenancy right, loom hours, bonus, right to subscribe the share, and all. Okay, special cases to we have seen. So gist of this is, whenever you get the property by way of gift, will, or inheritance, you take the cost of previous owner, and indexation, you have a choice. You can take previously or you can take now. Exam mein you don't have time with options. So take it for the previous owner, indexation, solve it, and come to 16th problem now. Thomas inherited a property in Jaipur under a will from father. The house was purchased by father in 1991. So I will take cost. Thomas will take the cost for the father. Yeah. But indexation, he can start for the father earlier, or he can do it from May 2005, the day he acquired. So we will go with the first one. He invested an amount of 7 lakh in construction of one more floor, add-ons to the house. The house was sold by him in November 23 for 37 lakh 50,000. Valuation officer adopted 4725, which was not contested by the buyers, but as per SSC's request, the AO made a reference to. समझ में आ रहा है? Actual sale consideration is 3750. The value determined by valuation officer is 4750 and stamp duty value. So actual sale consideration or stamp duty, whichever is higher. That or valuation officer, whichever is the valuation officer, तो और ज्यादा है. So what we will take as sale consideration? 47,25,000. Yeah, right. Again read it if you wish. ये देखो, house was sold in November 24. We are doing it for 24-25. Sale consideration, stamp duty value, valuation officer तो उससे भी 2 कदम आगे. Brokerage 1% was paid. Now 1% don't take off sale consideration, 1% take off actual sale consideration was paid by Thomas. Now cost for Thomas is cost for father. Father acquired it in 250 in 91. Then you have to take that cost or the fair market value in 2001, whichever is higher. Nice twist and turns are there. You read the question around, say, comment in the chat box if you have any doubt. Pucho. You have to take the cost of the previous owner. Ye raha, dekho. The house was inherited by father, therefore the cost incurred by previous owner. You have to take the cost, whichever is higher shall be adopted. However, indexation benefit can be given from the year in which Thomas first held the asset. In case of CIT versus Manjula Ben Shah of Bombay High Court held that index cost of acquisition in case of gifted asset can be computed with reference to year in which previous owner has acquired. Then you can also take the indexation from 2001, or you can take it indexation from the day he acquired. When did he acquire? May 2005. So 2005 and 6. Or you can take from 1 also. I want to solve this question with good options and all. First, you read and interpret the problem. What new you are doing in this problem? First of all, sale consideration, stamp duty, value, valuation officer. Second is, in case if I get the property by gift and will, can I take the cost of previous owner? Yes. Now, can I take the index from May 2005? Yes. Can I take the index from 2001? Because I got it from gift. Yes, both are correct. Whatever you do, you need not work out the second option, but definitely you have to write a note for that. Small concepts we are doing, stamp duty value, and after the break I'll do slum sale. तो दोनों भी बहुत अच्छे हैं. Let us do section 50C, this problem in notebook. It's a very nice question. Thomas and his friends. कभी देखते थे आप कार्टून? Okay. Computation of income of Thomas. Doraemon and Shinchan, right? For the previous year 24-25. So 2-3 new points you have seen. If you want, you can mention that in your notes also. Chalo, start करेंगे. Sale consideration. Whenever you see 2-3 values, write down that sale consideration is as per section 50C. I'm writing everything in detail to make you comfortable. क्या क्या लेना है? Actual sale consideration is 37 lakhs. Stamp duty value is 47.25 lakhs. Valuation officer is 47.5 lakhs. So actual sale consideration or stamp duty value, whichever is higher, 10% tak to chhod dena hai, but this is quite higher. This or valuation officer. Valuation officer is to going above this. So whichever is lower. So what you will take? Stamp duty value we will take. 47,25,000. Now, in expenses you have brokerage. Brokerage given is 1% of the sale consideration. So don't take 1% of 47.25, otherwise it will be silly mistake. So many dear students, so many mock test papers I have solved. So I always make you lot of alerts. It's not to scare you. You may be very smart in this. So it's a revision. कि silly mistake के कारण marks नहीं जाना चाहिए. So even though we have taken sale consideration, 1% brokerage is always on actual sale consideration. Institutes mock test paper when I see, I feel ये सब correct करके भी गलत हो गया फिर थोड़े के लिए, है ना? Right. So brokerage is 1% of 37 lakhs into 1%. 37 lakhs 50,000. So 37,500. So what is the net sales consideration? 46,87,500. 46,87,500. है ना? Now, cost of acquisition is cost of previous owner you have to take because you got it as a gift from father. So cost for the father. Even they'll give you sometimes the fair market value on May 2005 that you have to ignore. Father purchased it for 2,50,000. Cost in 1991 is 2,50,000. Fair market value in 2001 is 270. Fair market value cannot exceed stamp duty value. इसमें तो नहीं है, पर ये याद रखना है. तो now stamp duty value तो नहीं है. तो 250 cost, stretch and bring it to 2001. Why we are doing this, dear students? Because indexation starts from here. That is 100. And we have sold it in 24-25. 363. 100 has become 363. 270 into 363 divided by 100. Kitna? 270 into 363 divided by 100 is 9,80,100. Index cost of acquisition. I am repeating so many times. I have taken the cost of previous owner. But definitely I can start the indexation from May. You want, you can write here. Alternatively, indexation can be taken from May 2005. बिल्कुल ले सकते हैं. Even though I'm taking cost of previous owner, when did I get the property as gift from my father? 2005. So indexation should start from 2005. Exception to rule as per Bombay High Court case, you can take indexation from earlier. We have taken earlier, but we can write a no. ये हो गया. Now, after purchasing, yeah, Thomas also has constructed one more floor in 2007. So now less cost of improvement. Kitna? 7 lakhs when in 2007 and 8. And now it is 24 and 25. So 7 and 8 kitna? $129. And now it is 363. So 129 has become 363. 7 lakhs is question mark. 7 lakhs into 363 divided by 129. 1969, 767. Clear to all of you? Now what is the capital gain? 40. Dekho, there are so many chances that out of 7 you will get 3. 1 mark if this goes wrong, 1 mark if this goes wrong. And once capital gain goes wrong, how will you work out the exemptions, which we are going to do tomorrow? It's coming to 1737,633. 1737,633. Long-term capital gain. Clear? Nice problem, no? One was this 1% googly. You have to take off actual sale consideration. Next is cost of previous owner, but indexation you can start from 2005 or 2001. Fair market value. And cost of improvement is routine. After long-term capital gain, you will take exemption, selling the house, buying the house on. So if this sale consideration goes wrong, capital gain goes wrong, exemption will go wrong. Capital gain is very scoring provided important part, dear students, you have to repeat. Okay. So we have completed stamp duty. We'll take a quick break and then assemble back. 5 minutes में जल्दी से हवा खा के आओ, पानी पी के आओ, थोड़ा move हो जाओ because this is online live class and we'll continue with some more small concepts. All right, are you all back and it is clear or not until now? Yeah, we'll revise what we have done. See, when you are taking the sale consideration, actual sale consideration is less and stamp duty value is more by 10%, 110% of actual sale consideration. Tak if stamp duty is more, ignore. Above that, if stamp duty is more and actual consideration is less, then take stamp duty value as the sale consideration as per section 50C. Stamp duty value, valuation officer is higher than stamp duty. So then take stamp duty. If valuation officer is less than stamp duty, then take valuation officer. So between valuation and stamp duty, whichever is lower. Between actual sale consideration and stamp duty, whichever is higher. Now stamp duty value on the date of agreement I'll take if the token amount is received other than cash. If no token amount is received or if token amount is received in cash, then we will take the stamp duty value on the date of registration. Okay. Irrespective of you take sale consideration as stamp duty value or valuation officer, brokerage as a percentage will always be taken on actual sale consideration. When I get the property as gift or bill, I have to take the cost of the previous owner. Cost of the previous owner is that previous owner who has purchased it. I got gift as from my mother. My mother got from father. So my Nanaji has paid for it, right or not? So whoever is the cost of the previous owner who has paid for it, that you have to take. And when the property is coming as gift, will and inheritance, you can take indexation also from the previous owner, or you can take the indexation from the year you get it as gift, because that's the first day when you hold the property. Okay, right? Chalo. Now some small chota concept, and if required I'll give booster notes, but very important what I'm teaching now. Advanced money forfeited, but before that two more small concepts are there in sequence, so we'll take that. Yeah. Full value of consideration for transfer of shares other than quoted shares. Okay. So when consideration received as a result of capital asset is share of a company other than quoted share, listed share is less than fair market value, then you will take the fair market value for shares also. Like you take the stamp duty value and all for this, for the immovable property, for shares and all take fair market value. Quoted shares, regular time to time, then you will take it according to the listed shares value. This just for reading, इससे related problem नहीं आते आपको. 50D, in case consideration received as a result of transfer of capital asset is not ascertainable or cannot be ascertained, then for purpose of computing you have to take the fair market value of the asset as on the day of transfer. ठीक है? Right. Theory question I have written, short note they are asking. Write a short note on reference to valuation officer. What you referred in 50C was stamp duty value ke liye. That is different and this is different, right? So what is the reference to valuation officer here? With a view to ascertain the fair market value of the capital asset for the purpose of capital gain. See, you can refer to valuation officer in three cases. In case where the value ascertained by SSE with the estimate by registered value of AO is of opinion that value so claimed is less than the fair market value. AO feels that your value is less than FMB, you can refer it to valuation officer. If AO means assessing officer is of opinion that fair market value of asset exceeds the value which you have taken by more than 15% or more than 25,000 in amount, or that having regard to nature of asset and circumstances it is necessary. Three cases where your case can be referred to valuation officer other than land and building. Land and building ke liye to stamp duty value is there. But say jewelry you have sold, open plot you have sold, like that. Okay. Then what you will take? In three cases you can refer. One is when AO feels that the value of the property taken is less than the fair market value. and if the AO's opinion that fair market value exceeds the value of the property by 15% or in any other case. Okay. Ma'am, if we write 3 points and if this is for 5 marks, you will get the marks. There's no correlation in professional exam between the number of lines you write and marks to the point you write. Now everything abounds advance forfeited market super duper important for question answer. If you check all the recent MTPs and actual exam paper for CMA also or CA ka to bhi January ka MTP, everywhere they have asked advance money forfeited. Quickly, I want all of you to write a booster note and then we'll apply this and solve a question also for advance money forfeited. Booster note you all write down. Concept of advance money forfeited. I have given an ad for sale of the property and so many customers were coming. But that day, one of my clients who came, Chaitanya, right? So I have decided to sell the property to Chaitanya and we fixed up an agreement. And immediately the buyer, whose name is Chaitanya, he gave me 2 lakh rupees also. Okay. I have sold the property to Chaitanya and I got 2 lakh rupees. And we will fix up the date and we'll go for registration and do the paperwork and all. After 1 week, Chaitanya is coming and saying, Dipti ma'am, I won't be able to buy that property. I said, what happened? You gave me the token amount also, 2 lakh rupees. Now what happened? He's saying my father is saying that property is not good according to the Vastu and I don't want to buy. I said, okay, your wish. Am I going to return the 2 lakh rupees? No, that was token amount and I will seize because there's a breach of contract. This was to sell you the property and you are the buyer. Now you don't want to buy the property. And because I was selling the property to you, I gave paper at so many customers call were coming on that day. I did not respond to them because I have done a deal with you. So 2 lakh rupees forfeited. Next time when I sell the property, next story. But right now, 2 lakh rupees I have sold. I have forfeited from Chaitanya and bye bye. Okay, nahi kharidna hai, mat kharido. I'm not selling, but I'm not going to return your money. Is this my income? Answer is yes. Now, this advance money or token money which I have forfeited, if I have forfeited after 1st April 2014, it's my straight income from other sources. कोई डिडक्शन नहीं 50% कुछ नहीं एडवांस मनी forfeited. You remember income from other source हमने पहले ही कर लिया है. There in the first page list only. If advance money is forfeited, it is taxable as income from other sources for me after 1st April 2014. Before that, what was the rule, you know? If advance money is forfeited before 1st April 2014, 12 May I sold the property to Chaitanya and all this happened. Next time when I sell the property, from the cost, advance money forfeited should be reduced and then you do the indexation. This is not a theory. We are going to work out question answer for this. But is the logic clear? So what was happening, you know, in old days from the next sale, that time when I have to calculate capital gain, I'll reduce this 2 lakh from the cost and then I'll do in indexation. Yeah. So next time curb, I don't know, the property may be sold after 2-3 years or I may not sell it. My son is saying, forgot mom, we don't want to sell the property only. We will only make a tower and we will stay in that. Okay. So 2 lakh rupees in the olden days when advance was forfeited, it was reduced from the cost when the property is next time sold. But if it is next time sold, so there was a delay in taxing the income. Now they have simplified. If advance money or token money is forfeited after 1st April 2014, simply tax it as income from other sources. कोई deduction नहीं, कुछ नहीं. Yeah, please recollect. Thank you that you are able to recollect, ma'am. This is asked in MTP 1 also. और कितने सारे जगह पे ये पूछा हुआ है, can't say that important it is. So today's whole class is very, very important. Stamp duty value in this. I want all of you to write a booster note for this. taxability, center में लिखो taxability of advance money forfeited. Write down over here. If advance money forfeited before 1st April 2014, reduce advance money from the cost of acquisition, COA, from the cost of acquisition. Cost of acquisition, left में लिखो minus advance money forfeited, net cost of acquisition indexation applicable. So indirectly, when you reduce the cost next time when you sell, you're taxing it. But when you are taxing it, when you will sell next time, cost of acquisition minus reduce the advance money, net cost of acquisition indexation will apply when sold next time. Next time when you sell it, that time reduce from cost. Now, if advance money is forfeited, if advance money is forfeited after 1st April 2014, if advance money is forfeited on or after 1st April 2014 onwards, it's simply taxable as income from other sources. No 50% deduction like interest on enhanced compensation. Write down if you have any doubt, ask. I'll solve one problem with both the options. Quickly. If advance money is forfeited before, reduce it from the cost and then do indexation. If it is forfeited after, then it is taxable as income from other sources. So for this one problem, I'm doing it with both the options. You check it. First one. It is possible that SSE to receive some advance in regard of transfer of capital asset due to breakdown and all the SSE may forfeit the advance. If advance money is forfeited before 1st April 2014, advance forfeited is deducted from the cost of the acquisition and on net amount indexation is done. Yeah, if it is forfeited after, then it is straight taxable as income from other sources. Advance money forfeited by previous owner. So many times I am taking the cost for the previous owner. That shall not be deducted. It is to be ignored. You know, I am taking cost of previous owner. So previous owner also tried to sell someone and all. Advance, uska advance forfeited, he will take care. My advance forfeited before 2014, reduce from cost and then take indexation. Afterwards, then directly taxable. Chalo. A house was purchased on 1st May 13 for 7 lakhs and was used as a residence by the owner. The owner had contacted to sell the property in June 2024 for 8 lakhs and has received advance of 50,000. The intending buyer did not do when in 24. So straight 50,000 will be income from other sources. The property was again sold in July for 20 lakhs. The owner from out of proceeds invested 3 lakh in new house. ठीक है. 20 lakhs में you have sold the property. What is the cost? 7 lakhs. When? 13, 14. Now 220 has become 363, 7 lakhs. So we took index cost and capital gain. Yeah. And in income from other sources, straight 50,000 taxable. Homework, this is what I'm discussing everything. कुछ डाउट है तो पूछो. समझ में आया आप सबको? Clear? Simple treatment. Advance money forfeited, taxable as other source. Option 2, I am just working out for learning. Just for learning, option 2 is solved. Don't solve 2. If the advance money is forfeited before, then what you will do? What was the cost, dear students? 7 lakh. Reduce 50,000 from the cost. Next time when you sell, don't take the cost as 7 lakhs and don't do indexation for 7 lakh. Reduce the advance money forfeited and then do it. See, this is little extra effort I'm taking, but best way to study is to work out two options. Then rest is same. 650 ko you will apply the indexation and you will calculate. Chalo, we'll solve one more problem now. Just give me 1 minute. It's going on with that. So very nice concepts we have done. Stamp duty value. Rakesh purchased a house on 14th April. ध्यान से पढ़ना, there is extra information in this problem. So, but this is there in the material. Rakesh purchased a house property on 14th April for 1,05,000. He entered into an agreement with Bobby for sale of the house in 2006 and received 25,000 advance. Who? Rakesh. However, Bobby did not remit the balance and Rakesh forfeited the advance. Later, ये कब की बात थी? 2006. Later, Rakesh gifted the house to Akash in 2007. So who is Rakesh? Previous owner. He tried to sell to Bobby. It's like a movie story. Huh? And Bobby did not buy, so Rakesh has forfeited 25,000. Finally, Rakesh did not sell the house only. And he gifted the property to Akash. Akash and Rakesh have done following renovations. Renovations are improvement. So we all know that any improvement done before 2001 is to be ignored. तो ये तो ignore करो. Rakesh gave to Akash in June 2007. Yeah, right. So gifted, Rakesh gifted to Akash. So we have to take cost for Rakesh. And Rakesh has purchased in 1980. Followed or not? So when you are selling a house which is purchased in the 1980, you have to take it at fair market. So will you take these improvements? Yes. Cost of improvement of the previous owner, that you have to take or not. That is one very important. Of course, after buying, Akash got as gift in 2007. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा प्रॉब्लम पढ़ने, अच्छा प्रॉब्लम है. And then Akash again did in 2008 and 9. That too we will surely take. Right? Okay. Now, fair market value of the property is given. So many things are there in this. So we will not take this and this both, so we will take. Fair market value of the property. See, Akash is buying from Rakesh. I mean, say getting as gift. So I can take the cost of Rakesh, but Rakesh purchased in 1,05,000. So can we take fair market value in 2001? Now Akash entered into agreement with Chintu to sell the house in June 24. That's after 1st April 14 for 80,000. Said amount was forfeited by Akash since Chintu did not do. Okay, this will be straight taxable in the hands of Akash, income from other sources. What about the advance forfeited by previous owner? Ignore it. Uska advance wo jane. I have written it as a booster note also. Advance money which is forfeited by previous owner, don't deduct from the cost. What we have forfeited, deduct from cost before 14. After 14, take it directly. Okay? Right. Now, finally, the house was sold by Akash to Sanjay on January 25. Compute the capital gain for Akash. Akash has got a gift as a house from Rakesh. So he has to take the cost for Rakesh, 1,05,000 or FMB. And he can take indexation from 2007 also because he got his gift in 2007. Or he can take from 2001. Now Akash, whatever he has tried to sell 80,000, it will be taken in income from other sources. But Rakesh, what amount he has forfeited, ignore. हमको कोई लेना देना नहीं. Any improvement done before 96, 97, ignore. Why? Because when we are taking fair market value, we are already taking the improvements, right? Very nice sum. This is I challenge. If this patiently I am to teaching, if you are learning, hats off to both of us, and you're doing an amazing job, all of you. Students and me, both of us, मतलब one student नहीं है. ऐसे पढ़ना एक बार के लिए टाइम लगेगा, बट इट्स अ प्रोफेशनल लेवल ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस यू हैव टू डू, अदरवाइज क्या फायदा, है ना? चलो, 18 sum in notebook now with lot of notes also. This flowchart is, I hope, clear to all of you. I want all of you to write some learning notes. So, before solving the problem. But problem पहले पढ़ने के लिए time होना. You want more time to read the problem? Okay, ready? Learning notes are just for your understanding. Write down. Akash got as gift from Rakesh. So take cost of previous owner. Take cost of previous owner. Rakesh purchased in 1980 for 1,05,000. राकेश ने कब खरीदा था? 1980. Fair market value in 2001. How much is the fair market value? Fair market value दिया था ना बेटा आपको, 2,50,000. So we'll take 2,50,000. Third point. Indexation can be taken from 2001 also, cost of the previous owner, or the day you got it as gift. Date of gift. Date of gift, that is June 2007. All the points which you should know. Examiner को नहीं समझाना है, but अपने understanding के लिए please write down. Ignore advance forfeited by Rakesh, previous owner. Hmm? Advance money forfeited by previous owner. You have to ignore advance money forfeited by Rakesh because he's a previous owner. And because we are taking fair market value, cost of improvement by Rakesh in 96-97, ignore. Why ignore cost of improvement by Rakesh? क्यों ignore करो? क्योंकि you are taking the fair market value in 2001, उसमें सब आ गया. All right. Chalo. Now we will start the question. We are doing computation of income for Akash. What Akash is selling? House. Sale consideration. Now, because there are already so many twists and turns, there is no section 50C. Akash finally sold the house in January 25 for 12 lakhs. Less indexed cost of acquisition of the previous owner. 2,50,000 in 2001 and 2, and now you have transferred it in 24-25. 100 has become 363. 2,50,000 into 363 by 100. Correct? 250 into 9,07,500. Index cost of acquisition, we have taken off the previous owner, Rakesh. That to 250 cost or FMV. And you can, I told you, you can take indexation from 2007 also. Followed, not completed writing, I'm waiting. Likh lo notes. Comment please if it is clear or not. Now, after taking the cost of the house, first improvement was done by Rakesh, you have to ignore. Second improvement is also done. Index cost of improvement by Rakesh. That we will take because it's in 2005 and 6 and it is for 1 lakh. See, this is regular class, otherwise तो जरूरत नहीं है बेटा इतने problem हम कर रहे हैं. Everything is practiced here only. 2005 and 6 and again you have taken for 24-25. 5 and 6 we will check. 117. 117 has become 363. So 1 lakh improvement into 363 divided by 107. 3,10,256. Done. Index cost of improvement 1 more by Akash in 2008 and 9. 8 and 9 का है 137 and that was 2,50,000. 250 into 363 divided by 137. 6662 409. Okay. और कुछ? So loss is coming now. 12 lakh minus 9 lakh 7,500 minus 310 256 minus 662 409 680 165. It's a loss. Long-term capital loss. And there is income from other sources. Akash has also forfeited 80,000, no? Amount forfeited. Can round off the final amount. रुपए का क्या difference है? Checking. Check the third one. Why that difference is coming? 662 409 I have taken. Okay. Ask your doubt. Check the upper notes. What you have written. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Nice sum, no? From the study material backside I have taken. If you have to take the cost of the previous owner, if see this note was there in the first day, I said abhi mujhe nahi padhana, and today is the third class. I cannot teach every concept line by line in single class. Cost of previous owner I didn't teach only on the first and second day. Beech mein it came, but I ignored. When you apply it, immediately you solve the question so that it will be clear to you. I decided to take slum sale also, but now it's already time for you all to attend, take your lunch and go for the next class. So we will continue this, and any doubts you have, you can ask. Right. Have a nice weekend. Spare good time with yourself for your hobbies also. 30 minutes gana gana hai, painting karni hai. At least in a week once, go and watch sunrise or sunset on the weekend. Spare good time with your family. Cooking is one of the de-stress. Boys, girls, koi farak nahi hai, but karna chahiye. Sleep, do whatever, and study material also. Study material word to word for capital gain not at all required in inter final or your CA CMA, but backside questions are really nice. Exemptions I will take in the next class, and in one class thoroughly you will learn the exemptions. Yeah, but applying that I will go to the next class. Applying the exemptions, it will definitely take 2 more classes, 3 more classes. I don't know. I'm going very slow. Actually, I could have covered slum sale thoda sa karke. ठीक है. Now we will do slum sale also in the next class. I'll take exemption. Slum sale उसके आगे करेंगे. Okay. Right. Thank you so much for watching it till here. Only help I'm asking you all is to comment below so that this gets boosted. Whether you understood or there's any confusion or you're able to write the notes or not. And the material which I'm using is already there in the Telegram. And like, share, subscribe till your exam. Old regime versus new regime. Some confusion for the interest on house property. Everything I will take up one by one till your exam. So wish you very all the best. Bye-bye.